Hello, welcome to my channel, Oracle Intuitions. My name is Catherine, and this is your weekly energy reading for October 16th to the 23rd. We're going to be looking into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with the closing message from the universe. All the links for the cards that I'm going to be using are below, as well as each sign is going to be, there's going to be a timestamp for each sign below in the description box. I also have links to my website, my Instagram, and my Facebook page for those of you seeking a personal reading, or if you're interested in any of the organites that you see within this video, as I have made all of them. These are all my own organites that I have created. So today I'm going to be using a few different decks. So the first deck I'm going to be using, I'm so excited about this one. This is the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine. Now, I actually was waiting for this video for these cards for a while. I pre-ordered them. They came in the other day. This is going to be my first video reading with them. I actually did them live on Saturday on my live broadcast. And I absolutely adore these cards. I love them. So also every Saturday, I'm going to be doing live shows. So I'm hoping that this Saturday there's going to be a special guest. He and I have done several shows together, podcasts, YouTube lives, Brandon Hauser. He's an amazing psychic. I hope that you guys can join in. I think it's going to be a fun show. The only thing that will prevent this from happening is if I can't figure out how to include him in the video broadcast in some way. So we're going to be working with that this week, trying to get everything set up. I'm kind of new to the live, so please have patience with me. The second deck that I'm going to be using is called The Enchanted Map, and this is by Colette Baron Reed. We're going to be using those cards today. We're also using the fortune reading cards. I actually don't know who makes them. I apologize. These are cards that I've had for a while now, and I don't have the box for them. But I will put a link for them down below in the description box. And the last set that we're going to be using is by Denise Lynn. This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. All right, so let's get into it. I thank you so much for watching. Please remember that these readings are general readings. They may not resonate with everyone. However, if they do, please click like, please share, and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell, because I do hope to have more readings coming out this week, but it will notify you for the live that's coming out on Saturday, and that's going to be at 1 p.m. Mountain Time. So I truly look forward to it. Can't wait to see you. Enjoy this week. Many blessings. Aries, welcome to your weekly reading for October 16th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships with the closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings and they may not resonate with everyone, but I also do recommend that you check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. So take a look at some of my other videos. All right, and don't forget, tomorrow, Saturday, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, we're going to be doing live readings. All right, and please remember though that these are going to be mini readings, and I do hope to have special guests with me. These are not going to be full readings. For those of you seeking full readings, please see either my Facebook, my Instagram, or my website at Oracle Intuitions, and all the links are below in the description box. So Aries, let's see what's coming up for you this week. All right, so for the mind, we have Peaks of Joy. For the body, we have Balancing Act. And for spirit, we have the Wishing Well. All right, so this is the first thing that I'm receiving for you, Aries, at this time. What I'm getting here is it does feel as though your mind, okay, so in your mental space, within your mind, what you're getting here is you are going through those peaks of joy. So it does feel like things are moving around. It actually feels like what you've been able to do is in some way create some sort of balancing act. Maybe this is between home and work. This might even be within some sort of relationship. Maybe it's within work itself, and it could be that combination of the two. So now, what I'm getting here is that you've been working hard to, to create this. This hasn't been maybe perhaps an easy task. What I'm getting here is you have had those that help from Spirit coming through. It almost feels as though for some of you, you've actually placed some sort of wish, or you've asked, perhaps in a prayer, meditation. You may have even gone into yourself to figure out some sort of way to create this balancing act. It almost feels like the first word that actually comes to me is creating some sort of normal, or some sort of feeling of normalcy, or some sort of feeling where you're starting to feel balanced within perhaps your mind and your emotional space. For some of you, the external space may still be a little bit of a creation here. Okay, it still feels like this could be possibly a little bit up and down, up and down. However, what I'm getting here is that that's not really bothering you as much. It may be something that you're placing a little bit of focus on, but here's the thing, is that with that peaks of joy, you're not letting it affect you to some degree as you were before, or perhaps you're about to let go of that. So remember, this can be past, present, or future energy. I feel like with that balancing act, the first thing I'm receiving here is this could have to do with not perhaps within yourself. This could have to do with circumstances around you. So this could be people, like again, maybe some sort of conflict within a work situation. This could be a family life of some sort. But even though there is a little bit of up and down, you might be trying to balance the waves. Again, I still feel that your mental space is in a much more positive place, or you're in a feeling of receiving some sort of joy or some sort of happiness. For some of you, you might even be going into like that happy place, even though there's a little bit of, uneasiness that's going on around you. It almost feels like you're just not letting it phase you, you're not letting it bother you. Again, I just feel like a shift in some sort of emotional energy. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards and see what is coming through. And again, I do feel that Spirit has not only been listening to you, but perhaps even giving you ways to help yourself. A lot of times, we ask for the prayers, or we ask for, when we're in a meditative state, we might be looking for a way to balance things out. What we sometimes don't realize is that, what it is that we're seeking is really right in front of us. All right. So this may have been, even towards your own design, some sort of way of just looking at things in a different perspective, or placing a different balance on maybe what is more important to you at this moment, rather than focusing in on all of the energies or things that were making you uneasy. But I am getting, it's like Spirit gave you some sort of shift towards what it is that you need to be spending time on, rather than just allowing yourself to, focus in I keep wanting to say like a chaotic manner of some sort. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. It doesn't feel like complete chaos. It may have been that your mind was in a state of some sort of chaos, like a state of confusion, or a state of, like I said, imbalance in some way. And this doesn't, mean a medical situation. It just means that when things are going on around us, that we tend to place focus on the things that perhaps aren't really mattering, or we're putting focus on everything instead of what it is that truly does matter. All right. So let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, we've got this King of Pentacles coming through. Compassion, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, a time of great successful financial security and prosperity. The Midas touch, everything turning out beautifully. A supportive parent or spouse, a good person to work with. So this is either your energy, or possibly the energy of somebody that has come through in order to place some sort of help towards this perhaps this situation. What I am getting here is that this also, like I said, it could have been possibly a work situation. It could have been an imbalance with money or financial problems in some way, or just some sort of financial situation. But again, it feels like either something has come through for you, something is about to come through for you, or you've been able to place, you being maybe perhaps that King of Pentacles, being able to find a solution to whatever it was creating this imbalance within yourself. Look at that. We also got the King of Swords coming through. These are amazing energies, because these are both extremely strong, you know, they represent extremely strong people. Whether you be male or female, it doesn't matter. It's about the energy. And it says intelligent, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice, remain objective and fair-minded, public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. So what I'm getting again is receiving, or what I'm receiving is that you're not putting the attention on the other, I'm not speaking right today, on the unimportant things. You're now placing that actual attention on the things that, you know, you should be placing attention on. It's sort of like, it's like dominoes, really, you know, like the game of dominoes. You know, if you knock over one, everything tends to fall over, and then we tend to focus on all of the things that are falling down instead of truly focusing on that main domino, right? Because if it falls over, then, you know, that creates that chain reaction. But I feel that's more within the mental space than it is the actual physical space. There may have been small things around you, but I don't feel like a complete chaos. However, in your mind space, that could have been creating that chaos. Do you see what I mean? Because you're focusing on the whole instead of the one domino. So that's what I'm receiving with that. And again, you know, because it's talking about wise advice, maybe some sort of counselor, somebody coming in, this may have done, you know, been to do with somebody coming through. This even could be that you're receiving or you're about to receive some sort of wise advice. And what I'm getting from Spirit, it may be listening. It might be even that Spirit brought these people to you in some manner, sort of shown you a path, whether or not you, you know, you sought it out, or, you know, the thing is, the Spirit sends human angels to us all the time, even if we don't really believe, you know, in angels, or if we believe in that way. But here's the thing, you know, sometimes when we ask for help, it does appear, it just that it appears in a human sort of form. And this could have been somebody contacting you. This even could have been just somebody you had a conversation with that gave some sort of sense of advice. Again, this even could be you and your own thoughts that were creating or changing the energy into a peak of joy rather than this imbalance. Yeah, we have the Eight of Swords. You were able to move yourself out. So when I'm seeing this, again, it either has to do with somebody coming through for you in possibly that form of that human angel, even if it was momentarily, or you were able to relieve yourself of that sort of stress. And it talks about the illusion of entrapment, a lack of self-confidence that makes you feel helpless, being afraid to take action, take responsibility for your life now. So that's exactly what you did. You took responsibility in some manner towards a situation or towards an issue, or you are about to take steps towards healing this energy. Okay, so whichever it is, whether it's a past, present, or for future, I do feel that there's help coming in. Again, I do feel it being some sort of, you know, spiritual or angelic advice, whether this is coming from yourself or from others. Moving away from situations, we got the Six of Swords coming through. The end of challenging times. Things are looking up. A welcome, a relief. Finding you to be in a peaceful place. The end of a depression or an illness. Travel or relocation. Again, that balancing act. It's like you know where the calmer waters are, and now you're heading towards that. There's some sort of removal of some sort of energy that you were hanging on to, or perhaps that was coming in that was creating sort of that chaotic. Again, I keep wanting to say chaotic, but you know, here's the thing with that Six of Air, it can be sort of like you're moving from a chaotic or disruption into those calmer waters. And this is exactly what it's showing. There's a clearing up of that balancing act. Or you're just not placing as much focus on the little things. We have the Emperor, so you're taking charge. Logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation, accept a leadership role, structure and discipline. For some of you, you know, it's interesting because I do feel children, or possibly, this could be possibly spouse, this could be in a house hit situation. Again, this could be even you being a leader or possibly a member of some sort of group or work situation. You know, this could have been co-workers. However that situation fits within you, you may have had to take charge. Or again, maybe somebody came in and took charge in order to relieve some of this stress that was going on. But that Emperor, when he walks in, he's very he's that type of person. He can be very demanding. He can be, very, to some degree, dictating, but it's just setting down the law. When the emperor speaks, people listen. He is in charge. And that's exactly what, again, I feel you or possibly another person doing. But it has created the balance that has been needed. Yeah. Loyal, dedicated, protective, apprehensive, plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. Pay attention to the details. Wait for perfect timing. A guardian angel or someone who watches over you. This is that Knight of Pentacles energy. I love the Knight of Pentacles because it may be slow action, but it is very strong and stable action. It's making those plans and then carrying them out. It's taking those steps forward in a solid and mature type of way. But again, it talks about having those guardian angels over you, and that's exactly what I kept feeling. Some sort of, either human angel coming towards you to help clear up a situation. This even could seriously be, somebody coming in and saying, hey, this is how you should organize things, or talking to your best friend and they make a suggestion to you, or perhaps your parents or a spouse or friend, or maybe just a random stranger. You might have even seen something, been led to a show, in some way that will help clear up things. But what I'm getting here is that it was guided to you by spirit in some way, or you could have just had some sort of revelation. All right. So I do feel ultimately that there needs to be some sort of sense of gratitude in here too, just simply because I do feel a clearer mental space. I feel a clear balance within your internal and external energies. Yeah, we have the Ace of Air coming through. Brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and concisely and remain objective. So you're not putting a lot of emotion into areas, again, that aren't mattering. It feels as though you're remaining objective. So even if things are not in a place exactly where you wish them to be, you're not taking them too seriously at this point. It's not like you need to go home. You're not full of stress. You're not full of worry or angst or whatever it is. You're able to look at them more objectively than perhaps you were able to before or in the past. And again, if this is, for future energy, I do feel some sort of healing or clearing coming through. We have the Strength. Beautiful energy, personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness, compassion that brings about forgiveness, realizing that you're stronger than you knew. And that's exactly what all of these energies are portraying. They're talking about strength. They're talking about taking control, taking that leadership role. Maybe this is something that you didn't even realize that you had inside of you. Or maybe you were so used to being in a place of some sort of mental confusion or mental chaos, or, again, that unbalanced, like being unbalanced in some way towards the things that are going on. Maybe you had trouble in the past balancing out home and work, or, maybe with even things within a relationship. But now you're recognizing your strength. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to embrace exactly who you are inside. And awakening, a temporary pause for reflection and insight, and awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Embrace your own uniqueness and charitable actions. Very much clarifying exactly what I just said, going into yourself. It just feels like it's like this renewal, this revival, or something was, transformed or transitioned in some way. And I feel this very much within yourself. Even if there was somebody that kind of came in and gave some sort of advice, or maybe took some sort of sense of leadership role, I don't feel everything going on to them. I feel that this was also very much of a strong personal sense. They may have started the domino effect in some positive type of way, but you took it over. You took charge. You took charge of yourself in some manner. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's working with people, being cooperative, do what you love, recognition for the highest quality of work, especially creative endeavors, being paid well for your craft, and working well with others, an excellent reputation. So whatever it was that you did here, whether you're being recognized by yourself, by spirit, or perhaps this is, whoever the emotional or the the situation involved. I feel that you handled it in such a way that you're now being looked at as that leader. You're now having that strength inside of you. This even could be you looking at yourself and again being proud, right? That lion is a very proud type of energy. But this is what I'm getting. It feels like this is something that you should give yourself that pat on the back for, or that you will be able to give yourself that pat on the back for. Again, it's taking a new perspective, just looking at things in a different way and remaining in that spark of joy. So let's get a look of for relationships for this upcoming month and see what is coming through. So we're going to be using the Fortune Power cards. We're going to be pulling 3 of these, and we're going to be clarifying with the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Remember that relationships don't need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, co-workers. Take them as they resonate. These even could be a relationship within yourself, all right? Okay, let's see what's coming for you, Aries, in this upcoming month or week. I'm sorry. All right. Judgment, beautiful card. Soul searching. This will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. So I do feel that for some of you, whatever it was that you were going through had it did involve relationships in some way. Again, it doesn't need to be romantic. It could be within yourself, but I do feel that there was a lot of soul searching done, maybe even just to figure out your next step or where it was that you wanted to go or what it is that you wanted to bring in at this time. We also have the Mountain. Know that you are protected as you face challenges, but remain cautious. I love this energy because it's basically saying no matter what comes ahead of you, you can face. When it tells you to remain cautious, it just basically means, stay aware, okay? Stay aware of things. Stay aware of your environment. Stay aware of, your personal health, maybe your personal well-being in some way. It doesn't feel like anything is coming through, but it basically means, just because you're in that place of embracing joy or the spark of joy, it doesn't mean to, just casually let everything go. Again, there needs to be that balance, and I feel that that might be possibly where that caution comes in. If this has to do with relationships, what I'm really getting here is just because a relationship may be renewed or it might be, in a better place, we have to be cautious about the fact that we don't allow it to get into that place again. And sometimes that's within our own work. Again, it's creating the balance within in the relationship in some way. Whether you're releasing something or whether you're allowing something to come through, I do feel that there needs to be that balance. We also have beware, be careful who you trust at this time. This is interesting energy because this very much could do with what it was that was, creating some sort of imbalance. This doesn't mean that somebody's completely betraying you, although, that could be within your energy, whatever your situation is. But I am feeling, again, don't 100% let your guard down. Remain in that joy, but remain vigilant for some reason. This could have to do with because you don't want to get back into that unbalance, or you don't want to get back into that place that was creating the imbalance in the first place. All right. I do feel that, you might need to definitely be careful about who you speak to. Just be careful or cautious about what it is that you say. This even could have to do with your own words or your own actions. It may not even be that you can't particularly trust somebody, but it might be being aware of what it is that you're doing, because especially in today's kind of turbulent times, people can take things in the wrong way. All right. So, it doesn't mean that you have to walk on eggshells or anything like that, but just maybe be more aware of how you say it or what it is that you are saying. All right. It doesn't mean not to be yourself. But again, with that Judgment card, this is about a lot of self-awareness. So are you the type of person that just says exactly what they feel and, screw it, as to how somebody takes it? that might be something that you need to take a look at. Because especially, like I said, nowadays we don't want to walk on eggshells. We don't want to be in that place where we feel we can't say exactly what it is that we want to say, but maybe there's just another way to say it. That might be something to also take a look at, all right? Because we don't want to get into that unbalanced energy again. All right, let's get some clarifying cards and see what's coming through. We have the Two of Swords coming in. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy, pretending that there is no problem, overanalyzing a situation. You know how I was talking about, just maybe being more aware of exactly what's going on. Again, it does talk about pretending that there is no problem. It's almost like being blind to a problem. So I do feel, whether this is your spouse, your children, perhaps even people around you, maybe perhaps in some way a person of interest, I feel that right now it's just the time to sort of take the blindfold off. Again, be who you are, embrace who you are, embrace that spark of joy, but just be more alert, okay? Just, kind of pay attention to other people's feelings or how possibly somebody could take it. It doesn't mean you can't say what you don't want to say. Trust me, I am very outspoken and I say exactly what is on my mind. But sometimes you do have to be, a little bit more, I guess, diplomatic is probably the right word. Okay, and that's what I'm receiving. There might also be a situation around you where you do need to take your blindfold off. There may be somebody around you that you already have that sense of mistrust with. Perhaps, this has nothing to do with you. It could very much have to do with them. And I feel that Spirit is asking you to take that blindfold off at this time. This even could be somebody who is causing some sense of that imbalance within your life. This could be, a person who creates drama. This could be friend, family, coworker, whatever it is. But if somebody's creating a chaos, or if somebody is trying to dissuade you from going towards what it is, like your goals, or perhaps towards that wishing well, I do feel that we had, the wishing well that we had in the mind, body, and spirit. I feel like Spirit is saying to you, take the blindfold off. We're showing you the signs. And by taking that blindfold off, it's going to lead you into those calmer waters. We have that Knight of Air coming through. Knight of Fire, sorry. Passionate, confident, charismatic, restless events requiring immediate action. Trust your instincts. Stay focused. A passionate relationship. So for some of you, this could have to do with a romantic relationship. What I'm getting here, I just have to cough, sorry. I do feel follow your instincts, trust your instincts at this time, and then make those plans accordingly and move ahead in some way. This isn't an energy of staying still. This is very much a movement energy. So if there is somebody, once you take that blindfold off, once you really take a look at the things around you, or perhaps this could be somebody who just says something and you sort of look at it and you go, were you always this person? Like, were you always this person that created this drama? Were you always this person who was, fill in the blank, right? And that might be indicating that's exactly who it was that you needed to see. Maybe this is somebody that you can't trust. Maybe this is some sort of energy that's being shown to you at this time. And with that Knight of Swords or Knight of Fire coming through, what I'm getting is it's time to take appropriate action, which could be in the form of some sort of conversation. Maybe, if the person's not up for a conversation, or if they're the type of people that are passive aggressive or turn things around on you, like that narcissistic behavior, maybe it's time you just take a walk. But again, it really feels like you need to go in. It feels like that balancing act in some way needs to be handled or needs to be created. And it feels like you may need to be the one that is the leader in taking, in going forward, in taking off, making this whatever it is, creating that balance within that situation. And we have the Five of Pentacles, negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges. Fears surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing for becoming self-employed. I feel like whatever energy it is around you, and again, this could possibly be your own energy, but whatever this feeling is around you, it almost feels as though they're leaving you with this feeling of either they want you to feel left out in the cold, they may want you to feel left abandoned, even though they might be those people that, everybody says, oh, I feel so sorry for them, they need this, or, I'm sure they didn't mean it. I'm getting this feeling of trusting your instincts, not putting complete faith in one particular maybe person. This even could have to do with a group, but it almost feels like there is trying to be some sort of separation, possibly from you and another person, or from you and some other sort of situation. It's not that advice person that I was feeling picking up or giving you that advice and moving you forward in some way in a positive sense. This is more almost like a conflicting energy, more in the negative energy. And again, this could be within your own mindset, or it could be somebody around you. All right. And I think, for most people, we sort of know who it is, but we may need to take those blindfolds off. Here's the thing. It is going to be the person that you're not feeling your best with, you're not feeling your strongest with, the person that's not giving you that Knight of Wands and that King of King of Pentacles and that King of Swords energy. Okay, they're not letting you feel strong. It's almost like they're pulling you down. It's like you get up and they pull you down into their muck, or maybe their chaos, or their situations, or their issues, and you start climbing up again and they pull you back down. Those people, we all have had them in our lives. Okay, they don't like to see people happy, or they cause some sort of discord between people. This even could be you and a person of interest. They could be those people that maybe your person of interest has messaged you or contacted you, or made some sort of positive gesture. They're going to be the ones on the other side saying, oh, well, he should have done this. I don't think he really likes you. I think you're just being used. I think, it's those people, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know who that type of person is. And I feel that that is what Spirit is talking about in this situation. Okay. Again, it could be within yourself. It could have to do with another, this may not relate to you, but I'm getting for some of you that this is that confirmation, that validation that you've been seeking in some way, and you know exactly who it is that I'm talking about as soon as it was brought up. So let's take a look at a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. Closing message from the universe for Aries, October 16th to the 23rd. Closing message from the universe for Aries. Now, first card coming through, unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. This is beautiful energy. So again, I feel like that unbalance being cleared up. Things are becoming more balanced. Things are becoming more clear. There is that spark of joy, embracing that joy. I'm also getting here grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Remember how we talked about with that Knight of Pentacles coming through, where I do feel there needs to be some sort of gratitude towards the things, towards the energies of Spirit coming in some way, intervening, whether this is through another person, again, like that could possibly be that King of Pentacles or that King of Swords energy. But I'm also feeling, because you've really cleared things up for yourself, I feel like because either way, you've also put that work in. It's not just, due to another person, or it's not, just because of that. But I do feel that they were brought to you in some manner. And it may be, to remember to say thank you. thank you to spirit, thank you to the universe. And remember, even if things are sort of still in that place of unbalance in some way, or you're still taking, not everything is 100% calm at this point, I do feel that this is coming through, very clearly, saying you are exactly where you need to be. You're still, figuring things out. And again, I do feel like you may need to take a look at somebody around you. Again, possibly a group. It could even be looking deeper into yourself, because that could be your subconscious energy that is bringing some sort of negative connotations. Like sometimes in the background of our heads, we feel happy about something, but, we feel not everything's as good as we think. Oh, why are you being happy? Things don't always turn out. That sort of narrative that will play in the back of our mind. And that might be something that you also, that could be making that play, and maybe that's what you need to pay attention to. Again, take it as it resonates, because here's the thing, you have a lot of things to be very proud of from these upcoming months, and it feels like you're really heading into a place where you're going to feel stable, you're going to feel balanced, and you're going to start feeling very positive and successful in whatever it is that you're heading towards. And again, remember to have that gratitude with spirit and within your higher self for showing you the way in whatever way it came through. So I truly hope that this has resonated. Please click like, please subscribe to my channel, please share my videos, and if you can join Saturday, 1:00 p.m. for live here on my channel. Thank you so much. Have an amazing week and many blessings. Leo, welcome to your weekly reading for October 16th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with the closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. However, I do recommend that you also check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Also, remember that on Saturdays, 1:00 p.m., so that means tomorrow, we are going to be doing a live here on my channel. I hope to have a special guest, and it should be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun last time. Please remember, though, that these are not going to be full readings. These are going to be mini readings, so like pull a card, or, just looking into the energy quickly between, whatever it is that you'd like us to take a look into. For those of you seeking a full reading, you can find my links below, either through my Facebook, my Instagram, or my website. All right. And those are the best places to receive a full reading from me. Now, here's the interesting part, Leo. As I was gathering my cards together and I was getting ready to start shuffling and turn on the video, I had this song come very clearly through my head. And I never actually, when I'm about to do a reading, for a specific sign or zodiac, but I feel like this might be a special message, either for Leos as a whole. I had the hiccup, sorry. Either Leos as a whole, or maybe a specific person in general. The song that kept coming through that I was hearing was George Michael's Faith. And I started humming it, and I was like, wait a minute, I don't know why I would do this. And I felt like this was a message that needed to go out to either a particular person watching, or maybe perhaps as a collective. So let's take a look at the energies that are coming through this week. So in the mind, we have the magic stream. For the body, we have the bone collector. For spirit, we have flying. Here's what I'm getting. So when that bone collector comes through, this can talk about ancestral issues, ancestral concerns. This even could have to do with perhaps parents or some sort of family, situation that maybe you've been focusing on, and that does feel like some sort of external energy. Maybe some of you have been taking care of, elderly parents, or maybe some of you have been just maybe diving more into your ancestral background in some way. That magic stream, this is interesting. So this is within the mental space, okay? And I do feel like you're allowing things to start flowing. It feels as though some sort of energy has changed, where you're putting this, even could be possibly having some sort of communication with that spirit world, or perhaps a generational world, but you're allowing some sort of information to come through, or it feels like you're in this magic place where you know that things are going to be okay, again, within some sort of family or generational external situation that might be possibly going on. Again, I kept hearing the word, that song, You got to have faith. So I do feel that you're maybe perhaps either in this presence, or you should be heading into this presence, or you're about to head into this presence. The thing is that with this flying card coming through, this is from spirit. It feels again like flowing, like allowing things to just happen as they're supposed to happen. I feel that for some of you, you may understand that perhaps, again, if this has to do with some sort of generational or perhaps parent, we understand that, people do age, people do, get older, people do eventually pass on. But it feels as though, you may have had some stress about that in the past, or maybe that was something that was on your mind, but it almost feels like you're in this place of flowing now. You understand, and it almost feels like for some, to some degree, it feels like this flying coming through with spirit, it almost feels like somebody flying towards someplace. Perhaps, this is, an actual situation. Maybe you're going on some sort of travel to see somebody elderly, or maybe perhaps some sort of family. This even could have to do with a literal physical, passing over in some way. Maybe there's some sort of message that you've been wanting to receive from a loved one that basically is saying, look, I'm okay. Okay, when I'm looking at this card, it feels like they are okay, and this is what I'm getting. But it does feel that for you, you're staying in this energy that is positive, and it's almost like, yes, you may have grieved, yes, there may have been grieving, yes, there may have been some sort of issue that you've been dealing with or struggling with at some point, but now you're allowing yourself to follow the flow of that magic stream. It's like coming to this understanding that things happen for a reason. It's coming to that understanding that this is, all a part of life. Again, no matter how the situation is resonating for you, that might not be the exact situation for you, but take the cards always as you feel that they apply to you at this moment. So let's get some clarification and see what is coming through, because this energy is very beautiful. It also feels very peaceful. It feels very relaxing. It almost feels as though like an acceptance of some sort. And again, however that acceptance is coming, towards you at this particular time, or about to come close to you at this particular time, or, you're just receiving at this moment. I love, love, love these cards. They're newer to me. I just got them last week. They're absolutely beautiful. This is the Angel Tarot Wisdom by Radley Valentine. But my hands are small, so I always have trouble shuffling them. I always feel like I have to explain too, because it kind of, it can look very awkward, right? All right. So let's see what is coming through. Yeah, Six of Swords, first energy, the end of a challenging times. Things are looking up. A welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or an illness, travel or relocation. Exactly. And again, this could have to do with actual physical travel in some way. This could have to do with somebody peacefully, perhaps, being relieved of an illness in some manner, perhaps going over to the other side. What I'm also getting here is, again, that magic flow, or that magic stream. And it's interesting because we have this Six of Swords energy, which is showing that water, that body of water, and going from troubled times into calmer times. And that's exactly what I feel with that magic stream coming through. We also have the Eight of Swords coming in. The need to move, or Eight of Cups, sorry, need to move on, seeking more from life than what you are experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big changes, a change in priorities, and leaving home. Again, take that as it resonates, but I do feel you're moving into a more calmer place. You're moving into a place of peace. You're moving into a place of, again, acceptance in some way. You're leaving behind either a troubled situation within your mind, or perhaps some sort of physical, actual moving forward in some way. And we have the Balance, yeah. Blending the ideas of others with your own to create something extraordinary. Successful compromise, the power of diversity and self-control. So this is like the Temperance card. And you're recognizing how to blend the energies, that you don't need to stay in a place of discord, or a place that makes you feel imbalanced. You're now learning how to, blend that negative, blend that positive. Now you're, you're in a place that is more controlled. You're a place that is allowing you to move forward in some manner. It's just in a place where you're recognizing, yeah, not everything has to be good. Not everything is going to be bad. There's going to be those ups and downs within life, but I'm going to fly through it. I'm going to let go of the things that I don't no longer need, and I'm going to move towards what is going to bring me that joy. I'm going to follow the flow of what life is bringing me at this time. We also have that Two of Wands coming through, taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, continue to move forward. Now remember, as we're going through these cards, the reason that I read these, even though I might have a different interpretation of, to what I'm feeling with the energies, I do read these because they may resonate with somebody out there, and that might be just the message that you are looking for. All right. So if it resonates with you, if what the card says resonates with you and what I say resonates with you, or what I say doesn't resonate, then take what does feel good. It could be even reverse, right? Where what I'm saying is resonating, but maybe the card isn't exactly where you were thinking or what it is that you're feeling inside at this time. But I do feel it's like you're looking at the path of what it is that you want to take. You're now making those plans. You're now moving forward. Again, you're going with the flow of things, but you're now going with the flow in a more directed way. You're taking charge. You're, again, leaving things that you no longer need, things that you don't need to hang on to, whether this is on an emotional or a physical basis, and you're now moving forward in some manner. We have the Five of Swords coming through. Focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self and others. Everything happens for a reason, and look for the hidden blessings. That's exactly it. Again, moving forward. There is that forgiveness that needs to come in, perhaps, towards yourself, perhaps other people. But it does feel like, again, like I said, everything happens for a reason. I said that right at the beginning because I felt like that was an energy that was coming through. It just feels like, life goes on, life moves forward, things happen for a reason. I just feel like this is something important to embrace. It's something important to remember, and it's not for you to be staying in that negative. It's time to start flying forward in some way. Again, this even could, have to do with some sort of ancestral thing. Just because things happened to your family, or perhaps, generationally, you were stuck in a place of looking at the family history and thinking, well, this is what I'm going to be stuck with, or this is what I have to stay in because my mom did it, my dad did it, my grandma did it. This is all the way down the line. Maybe this is a career, relationships. It's kind of like, I'm scared to get into a relationship because my parents were divorced, my grandparents were divorced, brothers, sisters, whatever it is. That doesn't mean it needs to happen to you. It's the same with jobs. Let's say you want to be one particular thing, but your family's, all a family of firemen, and you don't want to be a fireman. You want to be, a garbage collector. Who cares? This is about your life. It's letting go of those ancestral things that we're maybe perhaps hanging on to. You're under no obligation to follow in anyone's footsteps except for your own. You can create your own footsteps is what I'm hearing. Yeah, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, take charge. Look at this: generous, practical, gracious, materialistic. The ability to make anything more beautiful, the love of family and home. Be practical about how you proceed. The love of art and beauty, a sensible approach. When I see this Queen of Pentacles comes through, it is a lady, it is a woman. It doesn't need to be a woman, especially if you're a male watching, but it is somebody who is taking charge. They're not sitting there worried about the little details of stuff. They're, they have that appreciation that is all encompassing. When they see beauty, whether it is within a broken branch or maybe it's within a fully bloomed tree, they're seeing the beauty behind everything. They're having that full appreciation for the things that are within their life. They're going within that flow. They're having appreciation for having that balance within life, being able to be blessed with just the things that they're currently hanging on to, whether this is in a material way or maybe this is within a mindset. And I do feel that strength coming through with this Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like this might have to do with you. This might be something that you need to embrace, or just to allow yourself to start flowing towards that energy. Look at that. Can't make this up, guys. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. This queen, you know, is the companion to that king. And when that king comes through, so for some of you, this could have to do with a relationship in some way. Maybe perhaps you're aiming, or you are that king and queen of pentacles. These are very stable people. These are very stable couple. It talks about compassion, accomplished, charismatic, grounded, the time of great success, financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch. Everything turns out beautifully. A supportive parent and spouse, a good person to work for. So maybe you're aiming towards this. Maybe you're aiming, this is one of your goals, is to be like that king or that queen of pentacles. Maybe it's something that is within your mindset. And again, maybe this is something that, you know, this could have been your parents even. Maybe you were taking a look at your parents and you're thinking, geez, I don't know if I can ever be that stable, or I don't know, you know, do I have to follow their footsteps? Because again, these can be very generational elements, right? This is earth. So if we were to have the 10 of earth, let's just say, that really talks about setting ourselves up for the future in some sort of, you know, security, that safety for the future, whether this is money or home or some sort of contentment in a manner. So this might be very much playing on your mind. And again, going back into some sort of generational or ancestral thing. So it's something to take a look at. Again, take it as it resonates with you. But what I'm feeling here is, no matter what your path, even if you're not following the path of the generations, it is time to start moving forward towards what it is that you truly love. The interesting thing is, both the king and queen in these cards are coming through in the green, which I know is, you know, to be representing earth, right? The king and queen of earth, which is the pentacles. But what I'm also getting here is that heart energy. This is the heart chakra. So what I'm receiving here is, follow what it is that you love, because that is what will bring you that success that you are seeking. And look at that, we have the lovers. So again, going back to that king and queen, this might be something that either you have embraced within your partner, or perhaps you're wanting to embrace within a future spouse. And I do feel positive energy moving towards it. And I feel that maybe for some of you, you need to let go of some sort of fear, again, of some sort of ancestral behavior that is holding you back towards what it is that you're seeking. It also talks about here, embrace true love and deep intimate relationships or friendships. Make choices from the heart, vibrant health, or recovery from an illness. So when that lovers comes through, it's exactly as I said, follow your heart. Remember how we had that heart energy, that heart chakra energy. Follow your heart. And that's really what it's talking about here. Whether it's toward a particular person, toward a situation, however it's resonating with you, this is the advice that's coming through. And again, I keep hearing that song, gotta have faith. I keep hearing it come through, and I do feel it in some way it has to do with this situation or the situations around you, or perhaps even that mindset of allowing yourself to start really going with that magic stream, going with that flow, moving away from things that were holding you back into places that are going to lead you further into the future, or possibly moving into calmer waters. So let's get a look at relationships and see what is coming through for you. So we're going to be pulling 3 of these fortune-telling cards. And we're going to be pulling 3 of the Angel Tarot Wisdom cards. And remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, co-workers. Take them as they resonate. This even could be a relationship with your higher self, or just within your own mind, body, or spirit. All right. So let's see what's coming through for Leo for October 16th to the 23rd. First card. Angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. That's exactly what I felt, that flying. It's like things are coming. You're being guided, that magic stream, you're being guided towards those calmer waters. I do feel that for some of you, this has to do with a relationship of somebody that has passed over. It is saying here that we're around you. We're going to protect you as you go through this. You know, understand that your loved one is here with you as well. This is what I'm receiving. We also have the key: new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready. Await for those ready to let go of the past. Oh, okay, I see. New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. Jesus. But, you know, what's interesting is, again, we had that bone collector, okay? And I really felt like this had to do with something generational, had to do with family. This could be, you know, past life issues. This could be, you know, just past, like that bone collector. It's collecting in some sort of things that are, you know, behind us, and maybe not even a part of us anymore, even though we may keep carrying the generational burden of it, or maybe we're carrying the generational joy, or perhaps even, you know, just some sort of ancestral thing that we're hanging on to. It could even be from our own past, but it's like letting go of that. Have those new beginnings. Remember, we had, you know, follow your heart. We had that Lovers with the King and the Queen of Pentacles coming through. It's time to now follow your heart, especially if this is now in regards to relationships. If you feel that connection towards somebody and there's that encouragement towards it from them, start going toward it, or at the very least, listen to what that song said, is to have that faith. I do feel that there is some sort of change or some sort of, you know, situation that maybe you may not have been looking at in the most positive light. But with that moon coming through, now we have, pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. The moon illuminates situations, right? The moon illuminates what is hidden. So even if there was a situation with some sort of relationship that wasn't feeling the most positive, or maybe perhaps somebody wasn't putting that energy towards it, it feels like it's time to really start following your intuition. Not a false intuition, okay? I mean, if somebody has basically, you know, blocked you and shut you out, you know, this might be talking about a whole new beginning towards something that is going to be more positive towards you. But what I'm receiving here, if there's a fear that you are hanging on to in some way in regards to moving towards, you know, a new relationship, or possibly, you know, some sort of romantic situation, what I'm getting is that the moon is going to start now illuminating that road ahead. It's going to start illuminating that path. Maybe it's illuminating that magic stream, you know, illuminating the calmness of the water for going forward. All right, so let's get some clarifying cards coming through. And remember that your angels are protecting you at this time. They are giving you the guidance that you need. We have that Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so I feel like you've been working really hard on yourself. For some of you, you may have been hard on yourself, or maybe you feel that you need to work harder in some manner towards what it is that you're wanting to create, or what it is that you desire. What I'm getting here, it says learning all you can about a subject or a career, going back to school, taking a seminar, or finding a mentor, attention to detail, skilled work that you love. That may resonate with some of you. So if it does, again, take it. What I'm getting is exactly what I just said, though. I do feel that for some of you, you may have been working really hard, or maybe you feel that you need to work harder. That may be the case, but I also am getting here from your angels, you know, it's more about letting go of the past, allowing yourself to stay within that smooth flowing current, that temperance card. It's that balancing of the positive and the negative moving forward, okay? And this is what I'm getting. It's not so much about how much work you're doing, it's about the type of work that you're doing. So it might be even time to really go inside and illuminate what it is that could be possibly holding you back, or that was placing some sort of stuck energy on you at this moment. We have the Page of Fire coming through, Page of Wands, enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, do things that fuel your passions, and finish what you start. So, again, I'm feeling here with this energy coming through, you know, it really talks about moving forward. It's like taking the passion. It's like that Lover's card. Move towards what it is that is sparking your heart chakra, sparking your heart energy. What is opening up, you know, for you at this time? What is making you excited? What is it, a person, place, or thing? Is there something, place that you wanted to start moving towards, or some sort of energy that you want to move towards, but maybe something was holding you back, or maybe there was a fear in some way. And I feel like right now it's time to really let that go. Even if this is some sort of generational issue of some sort, maybe perhaps you feel like you have to put energy towards, you know, helping the elderly, or helping your parents, or helping the family, whatever it is. That doesn't mean that you still can't follow your heart in some way. Even if you can't do it in the physical realm, allow spirit, because you do have your angels guiding and protecting you at this moment. What I'm getting here is, once you start putting that passion towards it, keep using, you know, when we keep using the words, I can't, it's not the right time, you know, whatever narrative that we tend to, you know, create to prevent us from moving forward, you know, what I'm getting here is that is going to be the narrative. That is going to be what you are going to see along that path. What I'm feeling is even if you start putting the energy towards what it is that you love, and again, that song coming through, gotta have faith, right? Those angels are trying to guide you towards something. It's almost like they're saying, look, let go of whatever it is possibly within this current situation, or maybe this past situation. It's time to let it go. Move towards the energy that you truly desire, whether this is within a relationship, career, something that you just love doing. Let us clear up all the other issues that are surrounding it. We're going to show you the path. We're going to illuminate a new way to create this, okay? And it might even just come out of a surprise in some manner. Look at this, the Six of Cups, so or Six of Pentacles. So it talks about the good that you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of abundance, borrowing wisely, or paying off a debt, sharing your wealth with others less fortunate. I do feel that this was an energy. Remember, we had talked about you might be giving more towards a family and friends. Maybe you're, you know, taking care of your parents. Maybe you're overwhelmed, you know, with some sort of burdens that are being placed upon you. Maybe perhaps this is just burdens that you're placing upon yourself, or some sort of fear. This Six of Pentacles is coming in for two reasons. First of all, it's saying that your work is being acknowledged by the universe. So what it is that you're giving out, you will receive. And this is why I feel like you need to have faith towards that, because you're doing the work. Your job, yes, we are there to help others. Yes, we are there to, you know, embrace compassion, but that doesn't need to be our entire focus within, you know, within our realm of existence. It is time to move towards what it is that you truly enjoy, what it is that you truly desire within your own life. And again, have the faith that the angels will clear that path for you. All right. I'm also getting here, that's mainly it, actually, but it does feel like things, it almost feels like you've already done the work towards this, okay? And I you know, it's sort of that same energy, but you've already put the work towards it, and you will be rewarded in some manner. Again, faith. You know, you're being protected, you're being shown the path, you are, you know, things are coming to illumination. Remember what it says here: new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for these, you know, await for those who are ready to let go of the past. I'm really feeling like something is about to happen, something is going to move you forward, something is guiding you, something is protecting you, but you have to have the faith as you're moving forward. I know it's hard sometimes, you know, to not get past maybe perhaps a current energy or even a past energy, but I do feel it's really important. The details are not for you to figure out. Let your guides, let your angels figure out the small little details, because that's where we can get really wrapped into, and that's what really can bring us down. That's what can keep us stuck, is we start worrying, well, I can't do this because of this, I can't do this because of that. And again, I'm feeling like from your guides, from your angels coming through, that's not your worry. Let us figure out the details. You just put the energy, you just put that faith behind what it is that you believe in. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what is coming through. Closing message for Leo for October 16th to the 23rd. This is a closing message from the universe. Closing message from the universe for Leo at this moment. Answering the call. The time is now. Yeah. It's just so clear. It's just really what I felt like. It's time now. You know, even if things aren't in the perfect place or the perfect order, you still have responsibilities, you know, whatever it is. Again, start putting that energy towards what it is that you desire. It's time to start really moving forward. And we also have the traveling lightly. So simplify your life. Yeah, when you were hanging on, again, to all the responsibilities or all the burdens, what I'm getting here now, this could have to do with actual, you know, possibly clearing out things. Maybe you're in the process of cleaning or clearing or, you know, doing some sort of overload on, you know, things that are no longer necessary on a physical level. What I'm also getting here is release the burdens. Allow other people either to help you, allow your angels to come through. Now's the time to take your dream and start making them a reality in some manner, and leave the details to the universe. Okay, you just focus on what it is that you want and let the universe help you create it. Put that energy towards your vision. All right, put those feelings towards your vision, and the universe will hear this. Your angels will come and answer that call for you. So I truly hope that this has helped, Leo. If this reading has resonated with you, please click like, please share, and please subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget, Saturday, 1:00 p.m. Mountain Time, going live. I hope you have an amazing week. Many blessings, and take care. Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly reading for October 16th to the 23rd. We're taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. However, I also recommend that you do check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Also, remember, Saturday, 1:00 p.m. Mountain Time, we're going to be doing a live show. I'm hoping to have a special guest that day. These are going to be mini readings, so it's going to be like, you know, quick pull a card, a quick look into the energy. These are not full readings. So if for those of you that are seeking a full reading and you'd like to use my services, please, all the links are down below, and you can they will link you to either my Facebook, my Instagram, or my website. All right, let's get into it and let's see what's coming through for Sagittarius at this time. For the mind, we have Aries Desert. For the body, we have Gentle Gardener. And for the spirit, we have the Magic Prayer. I feel like you're going on some sort of journey within the mind. This Aries Desert coming through, it really feels like you've removed a lot of obstacles that were possibly in your path. If you look at this card, you know, she's going on some sort of journey. Maybe the journey, you know, might feel a little bit dry, but it feels like it's something that is needed, is what I'm getting. I'm also receiving here, like, you know, if you look at this energy, there's nothing blocking her path anymore. There's nothing that's in front of her, meaning like there's no blocks, there's no barriers, there's no, you know, danger ahead of her. She's just walking straight ahead. Where she's going, we don't 100% know yet, but she knows her own journey, and she's really heading there within her mental space. What we're also getting here is we have that Gentle Gardener. So I feel like your energy externally has become more gentle. You may be in a place where you're recognizing some sort of harsh energy that you were giving out, you know, previously. Maybe there was some sort of energy that you projected towards others, you know, in an external manner. This even could have to do with people being more gentle with you, possibly as they know that you're going through this journey. But what I'm really getting is like this journey is leading you to a more gentle place within yourself. Maybe recognizing the fact that, you know, as we get older, as we go through life, or, you know, even if you're, you know, still young, what I'm receiving here is that we understand that treating things more with a gentle manner. It doesn't mean not to be yourself. It doesn't mean not to speak your truth, but it's maybe handling things in a more gentle way that you'll see more positive results. Sometimes, we take a look at ourselves and we go, geez, I was really harsh when I said that, or maybe I didn't really mean it for it to come out that way. Maybe I didn't mean to really hurt that person's feelings by speaking what was on my mind. And it might be just that you're going on some sort of journey to treat things in a more softer, calmer way, recognizing where you can bring more compassion into your life. We also have this magic prayer. So I feel like through this process, what Spirit is actually saying to you, we not only recognize this journey that you're going on, that you're giving more compassion towards others, but what I'm also receiving here is that Spirit is acknowledging that and possibly answering some sort of prayer. So whether your prayer had to do with some sort of external circumstances, or perhaps even finding that peace of mind that you've been seeking, your prayers are being answered is what I'm hearing. It's like, the angels, your guides, your own spirit team are coming forward to help you through this process. It feels like your prayers have been answered. Now this, even if this is towards a particular goal or a particular dream, or a particular creation, maybe even a relationship in some way, again, you're recognizing that having that compassion towards it, or putting more positive energy, going on that journey within the self before you can bring those external circumstances closer to you. Before you can bring that 3D reality in some manner, you have to go through this spiritual journey of the mind, recognizing that maybe more compassion in some way, or allowing people to be compassionate towards you, because there can also be that energy of putting up blocks or walls if people try to show you a sense of compassion. You may even be in that feeling of maybe I can't receive it, maybe I'm not going to allow it, or what do they expect, from me in return if I allow this compassion to come through. There could be that element of suspicion. But what I'm receiving here is that you're now ready to let go of whatever was holding you back. You're now ready to not only give that compassion, but you're also to receive it. All right. It's just being gentle with your nature in some loving type of way. So let's see what clarification comes through. Let's see what the cards have to say, because they might give us more insight towards the situation at this moment. All right. Look at that, the moon illuminating. So it really talks about listen to your intuition and pay attention to the signs from the divine. Unnecessary worry, let go of your fears. Revelations that will make things clear. Again, I did feel like there might have been some blocks, maybe some things that were holding you back in some manner. It feels like you're really listening to your intuition at the fact that, in order to move forward, you maybe need to listen to what you're hearing, okay, or feeling within your mind, body, and soul. It's allowing the moon to illuminate not only your feelings, but to illuminate that path forward as you go on the journey. It's allowing things to come to the surface that may have been holding you back, maybe some fears, or again, some holding back on a gentle nature or some sort of compassion. We have the Ten of Swords coming through. You're ready. You're ending stuff. The end of a situation that brings relief, sadness, or both. The opportunity for new happiness. A weight off of your shoulders. The end of an addiction. A melodramatic reaction. What I'm receiving here, and sometimes within the cards, it might be the card resonates you. Maybe my words don't. Maybe my words resonate with you and the card doesn't. But what I'm receiving here in this particular situation is that now that you're letting a lot of these burdens go, it's almost like you're releasing yourself of something from your past. Maybe this even, to some degree, an old self. It doesn't mean that you're changing, you're becoming a different person. It's just changing a little bit of your nature. Maybe you're opening up more. Maybe you're allowing that heart chakra to open up. Maybe you're allowing your other senses to start being part of your guide or your intuition. You might even, for some of you, maybe following a spiritual path, letting go of old beliefs that are bringing you that sense of relief, understanding that through our compassion and through our conditional love, this is where that magic happens. And sometimes when we have that faith towards something, it does feel like that burden is being lifted, okay? We're having that new, a renewed look towards, you know, things in the past that we may have angered us, or may have put us in a place of fear, or may have even pushed us back, or even put us into a place where we weren't completely happy, but, you know, being stubborn or wanting to hang on to that thing, we weren't allowing it to, you know, be let go of. And now you're in this place where you're ready to drop. You're ready to drop those burdens, ready to end something and move towards a new beginning. Look at that. Release. Yeah. Endings that lead to new beginnings. I can't make this up, guys. I really can't. The need to release situations of people that hold you back. Spiritual transformation. 100% of what I just said. We also have that Four of Wands coming through. Beautiful energy. So much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. Again, absolutely beautiful energy. What I'm getting here is that for those of you that were seeking a relationship, or perhaps, you know, within a relationship there was some sort of discontentment or some sort of need for a change, I feel that through this process you're actually creating that change for yourself. Whether it's, you know, that you're releasing people or a situation or even a mindset in some way, you know, or if you're heading towards a situation or you're wanting that relationship again in some manner to come through, you're really allowing yourself to take those steps forward. You're ending a belief system is what I really keep getting. You're releasing those things that you're hanging on to. And this could be within our behavior, some sort of narrative that we have in the back of our mind, whatever it is, but you're now heading towards what you deem to be your own happiness. All right. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles coming through. Generous, practical, gracious, materialistic. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Love of family and home. Be practical about how you proceed. The love of art and beauty, and a sensible approach. So I feel as you're going through this, it doesn't mean that you need to be in this place that's not you. Okay, this is what I keep getting. It almost feels like for some of you, you know, in order to show that compassion or show that generosity or whatever it is that you're heading toward, or what it is that you're releasing in some way, it doesn't mean that it needs to change your personality. It doesn't need to change who you are. It's allowing you to stay grounded within your energy and just recognizing your own abundance by making these little changes, or perhaps ending situations that are no longer necessary for you. You're staying within your own realm. You're staying grounded and rooted to who you truly are. You're allowing abundance to come through, but you're allowing it within your true nature, not a false sense. The Five of Pentacles. Negative thoughts manifesting into real challenges, fears surrounding money, reach out to others for assistance, poor timing, or becoming self-employed. Now, when this Five of Pentacles comes through, it can relate to finances in some manner, but I also feel that it's also has to do with just more practical manners, or you know, earthly, materialistic. Okay, this is what it could be. It maybe feel like you were left out in the cold. Maybe you felt abandoned in relationships before. Maybe you're starting to recognize again old habits or things, mindsets that you got into, you know, because of past decisions, or maybe perhaps past behaviors, whatever it was. But you're now releasing those. You're now letting them go. And I feel like for some of you, that could be exactly what it was. You were feeling like this, and you knew that there was a change in some way. You knew that you had to take some sense of a spiritual journey in order to reach a place that is going to allow, again, that compassion, that unconditional love, or even just a renewed look at things, you know, and not coming off in such a harsh manner, or perhaps coming off in a manner that was leaving you feeling in some way abandoned or left out in the cold. And I feel like that Spirit is really coming in to help you through this. We have the Eight of Cups coming through, the need to move on, seeking more from life than what you're experiencing, a spiritual quest, choosing to make big life changes, a change in priorities, or leaving home. Yeah. through this process, you're recognizing, again, you know exactly what it is that you want. For some of you, maybe you're heading toward a relationship. Maybe for some of you, you want to release some sort of relationship. Maybe there's, you're releasing that mindset again. But it feels like, okay, I'm leaving this in the past. I'm now ready to walk through the door. I don't know exactly what is through that door, right? I don't know exactly what is through that door because the unknown is not being shown to me at this time, but I'm ready to leave those fears. I'm ready to leave whatever it was that I was hanging on to. I'm now ready for that spiritual quest, and I'm allowing that trust within the universe to show me. I put out that magical prayer, and Spirit has shown me that there is a new path towards something that I truly desire, something that I'm truly wanting to create within my life now. Sometimes we come to a point within our existence where we recognize that, hey, life is short. Why am I sitting here in this energy? Why am I allowing myself to stay within this negativity? Or why am I allowing, myself to stay within this behavior or whatever it is, mindset, or however that relates to you? But what I'm getting here is it's really time to take charge. It's time to move forward. It's time to really embrace what it is that we desire. We have the Five of Swords coming through, focusing on the negative things not turning out the way you anticipated. Forgiveness of self and others. Everything happens for a reason, and look for the hidden blessings. Again, now that we've had these two fives, we've had both the Five of Wands. We've also had the Five of Pentacles coming through. So these are both energies that are, keeping you stuck, or they were keeping you stuck. Again, it's focusing in on the negative instead of focusing in on the positive. Instead of focusing on what it is that you do want. It's like almost staying stagnant in this negative energy. Again, feeling abandoned, perhaps feeling out in the cold, feeling like you need to fight with other people. Perhaps, trying to take an energy. Oh, this is actually the Five of Cups, sorry. Not the Five of Swords, but it's taking that energy. It's focusing in on the sadness of situations, not looking at the positive. The interesting thing with this energy is you have these Five Cups here. We've got these three that are spilled, and you've got these two that are behind you that are full, and full to the brim and ready to overflow with something, whether this is love, whether this is abundance. But here you are focusing on those three. And I feel that for some of you, this has been your focus in the past. Maybe not in all situations, but possibly in some situations or one particular area. And now that you're ready to truly embrace what life has to offer, it's time to turn around and look at those Two of Cups. And the interesting thing is those Two of Cups also represent love, right? True love, unconditional love in some manner. Renewal. Yeah, reviving, I can't speak today. Reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness. Remember what we talked about? I kept feeling that word compassion. I kept feeling it coming through. Time to head in a new direction. Clarity on your life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. And now I feel that you're following that path. This is exactly what I feel that Spirit is trying to tell you. There's time to put compassion toward either yourself, things that you've done, perhaps people in the future, perhaps moving forward. However that relates to you, it is time now to allow that forgiveness to come in. Maybe this is even future things, things that instead of taking such a harsh energy is taking a look at it in a compassionate way. It's also forgiving people that possibly hurt you in the past, or forgiving your own mistakes from the past. Don't let them hold you in one area. Don't let them keep you in that past energy. It's time to move forward. The last card coming through, we have the Two of Wands coming. Taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, and expanding your plans. Continue to move forward. So it does feel like now you see your path. You've chosen the path of what it is that you want to do. It is time to move forward. It is time to actually follow that path and start taking those steps. Remember, we had that Aries desert. This could be possibly with a partner. This could be on your own. This even could be with just Spirit. This is Zadkiel, and we have him behind guiding, giving that guidance. Again, that guidance coming in from prayer, from Spirit, from allowing yourself to listen to your higher self, to listen to your guides, listen to your angels. in no matter what manner you're hearing them. They might be showing you signs. Maybe this is just a feeling within inside of you, but it's time now to take the path that you're truly desiring, the one that your heart is leading you towards. So let's get some energies in regards to relationships and see what is coming through. All right. So we're going to be using the fortune reading cards. I'm going to be pulling 3 of these as well as 3 of the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, and coworkers. Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. All right, let's see what's coming through with relationships at this time for you, Sagittarius. And remember, this can be past, present, or current energy. And I'm just going to grab the clarification. Excuse me, I just had a cough. Flowers, be generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. I feel like for some of you, again, this is about compassion, about being generous, about giving of yourself to others in some way. It doesn't need to be on a physical level. It could be on that emotional level. Maybe just being there for people, showing that different sense of compassion. We also have the coffin, natural endings abound. Take care with your health. So what I'm really receiving here is that through this process, this may have, led to some sort of stress, some sort of health issues. It may have been stress or health issues that led you to taking a look at things in a new positive way. Now, what I'm getting here is we also had that 10 of Swords coming through. So I do feel like there was an ending in whether this is a relationship, whether this is within a mindset, however it relates to you, but that ending needed to come through. That 10 of Swords energy, this coffin energy, needed to come through in order to bring you forward. It's like releasing the old to allow room for the new to come in. The owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. Exactly, you are transitioning. You're going on that spiritual path now. And again, I do feel that for some of you, this has to do with relationships in some way. You may have let go of an actual relationship or perhaps the thought of a particular relationship. And once you let go of that, you're allowing things to come through. This even could have to do with the end of a mindset of some sort. Maybe you were looking for a relationship that was on your terms only and not leaving yourself open to the possibilities of, a different type of relationship, or possibly, being more flexible within a relationship. I feel like there's some sort of sense of generosity, compassion. Maybe that is some sort of energy that you need to project out. It's like letting go of your old self in order to embrace this new person who's coming through. It doesn't mean that you're letting go of yourself or letting go of who you are on that true core basis. It's just allowing the fear around things, to be let go of. It's letting go of, some sort of sense of, it has to be my way, or it has to be like this, or I'm not going to be willing to accept anything else but how I say it and how I want it, and, all of that stuff. It's like that strict regimen, possibly. Maybe now you're going to be more open to hearing what people have to say, or maybe, like I said, maybe some sort of relationship has been wanting to come through, but you may have been rigid in the sense of that relationship. A lot of times, we might be in this place of where people are, I'm just going to give, kind of a silly example, I guess, but sometimes we get into this place where I just want a commitment, I just want to be married, I want to do it now. And the other person might be in this place of, okay, well, I do want that. I just don't want it right now. Can we take it day by day? Can we take it by getting to know each other? I need to see other behavior from you. Maybe you're too rigid, or whatever it is that they have to say to you. And you might be even looking at what, you might be listening to their words now, rather than just staying within your own energy of what it is that you want and how it is that you want it. So there might be changes that coming through, and I feel like, your guides have been saying, trying to open you up, trying to let you hear that. But I do feel that sense of stubbornness. from the past. Now, again, with that coffin energy, you either have or you're about to let go of this energy. This even could be the advice from your guide saying, look, this is what you need to do in order to receive this. Now, again, it doesn't need to be a romantic relationship, but, you know, whatever relationship it is, and this even could be within yourself, take it as it's resonating for you at this moment, because I do feel there are messages that are coming through there specifically for you. We have the dreamer, the fool, the new start. Trust yourself, push your fears aside, and take a leap of faith. Can't make this up, guys. It's coming through very clear. We have the Knight of Swords coming through. Decisive, focused, driven, defensive. Events that move with great speed. Choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional, sudden, or unexpected changes. Review your options carefully. I do feel that for some of you, if you weren't perhaps maybe, you know, receiving exactly what it is that you wanted or how you got it, there may have been some sort of emotional manipulation, possibly towards another person, maybe even within yourself. Maybe you didn't even really quite realizing that you were doing it until you kind of went on to that spiritual journey. And it doesn't make you a bad person. We all tend to do that in some manner, I suppose. But here's the thing is, if you're really hanging on to that and things have to be your way, that's being very rigid within your personality. All right. And if you're seeking, let's say, a relationship, well, nobody wants to be with somebody who's going to be within that rigid type of behavior. They want to have that flexibility. They want to know that their partner is going to be flexible. And that might be something that you've been able to take a look at in some manner. There, you know, it doesn't need to be within a romantic relationship, but take a look around, and you know, this might even be within yourself. Am I being too rigid with what it is that? It doesn't mean not aim for your dreams, but are you aiming for your dreams in a particular way? Do they have to go? Are you trying to control them in some way? Are you trying to control the flow of what is supposed to happen, even though Spirit's trying to bring it to you in another manner? Okay, so really take a look at that. Really listen to what Spirit has to say, because there are so many messages that you should be hearing, that should be coming to you, or that you have heard, or that have came to you. And I feel like that Knight of Swords can be very, he can be very stubborn. He's just on his path. He is going straight forward, whatever it is that he wants to do. But he's going through it in such a harsh energy and such a fast energy that he's really not stopping to not only enjoy the journey, but he's really not allowing any flexibility within his actions. And we have the Eight of Wands coming through. Too much going on, stress caused by many positive opportunities, unexpected events or rapid changes, the ability to multitask, or business travel. So when that Eight of Wands comes through, this also can be, sometimes some readers refer to it as like the Cupid's arrows, being able to shoot your arrows in the air and, having them land on your intended target, or perhaps, towards that relationship. What I'm getting here is through this energy, it's interesting because we have this Knight of Wands who's going off in this direction, but he's going through very rigidly. He's going through, I'm just going to go for my goal and screw everything else. I'm not paying attention. I'm not enjoying the journey. I'm not, this is what I want. And it's a very rigid energy. Now with that Eight of Wands coming through, this isn't a rigid energy. In fact, they're throwing many arrows and they're having faith that they're going to land where they need to land. It's having more faith in not only your guides and your angels, but also within the universe, that they're going to direct those arrows exactly where they need to be. They're allowing things to happen in such a manner that there's more of a flow to the energy. And this is what I'm getting. It does talk about here, unexpected changes, rapid, or unexpected events, rapid changes. I do feel that once you change your energy, you're going to notice things coming through in a faster manner, things coming through in a more positive manner. And I am getting here that with that journey, the Arid Desert that we had at the beginning, I do feel there's that energy to, as it says here, it could be too much going on. Okay, too much going on. Maybe your mind is in too many places. Maybe it's time to take that step back and allow your mind to go on that particular journey towards whatever it is that you do truly desire, what it is that you're truly looking for. So instead of charging forward just towards anything, really take a look and say, okay, this is exactly what I do want. I'm going to allow the flexibility of it to come to me how it's supposed to come to me. I'm not going to try to take control of it. I'm going to watch my emotions. If things aren't going exactly my way, recognizing that there may be a reason or a lesson behind why things need to happen. And I do feel that things are you're going to see that rapid change. You're going to see that sudden movement and doors, like new doors opening, the angels opening doors, allowing this path to form in front of you where you're seeing the end of that path clearly, no matter what it is or how it relates to you. So let's get some closing energies from the universe and see what is coming through. All right. Closing energies, passion and pleasure, savor your life. Yeah, it's funny because I felt like it's, you have to really embrace life. It's time to really embrace who you are. Go on that journey, have that compassion, really enjoy the passion and the pleasure of what life has to offer you. And solitude, what did I just say? In silence, peace prevails. So again, go on that journey and figure out exactly where it is that you want to go. Figure out, what is that end of the path? What is your happy place? What is that Four of Wands energy, that contentment, that that feeling of being able to be in the place that is truly making you happy? What is that energy that is coming through? Allow spirit to really start showing you at this time. But not only that, really listen to your own heart. Have that renewed energy towards the future and show that passion. All right? Allow that passion to come through. Allow this Four of Wands energy to be your goal in whatever it is, whether it's relationships, career, hobby, maybe just within yourself, just that contentment. The Four of Wands can be looked at as that 1111 portal, all right? So some people look at that as like a soul connection, twin flame, soulmate. You can take that as it resonates with you. But again, I do feel that whatever as that Four of Wands represents for you, it is time to start making those goals, that path toward it in some way. So I truly hope that this has helped, Sagittarius. Please, if this reading has resonated, please click like, please subscribe, and please share my videos. Remember, 1 o'clock Mountain Time, Saturday, live, and on my channel here, I'm going to have a link up in the morning that will allow you to just click in on it. And have an amazing week. Many blessings.